I got a good idea for it.
All right.
For
The intro.
all right, so you know who let the dogs out?
Yeah.
Let's sing that
Okay.
on 3. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
1,
1,
2, 3, go.
Who
Nope.
let-
No.
No.
1, 2, 3, go, and then we start.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, go. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? I think that's enough.
Yeah, that's enough. Listeners, you can answer that question better than we can.
God, who did let those dogs out?
I don't know, man.
All right, y'all. What's up? Welcome to the 7th
So,
episode. I can't count.
don't learn now. It's too late.
It's too late.
You missed the boat, and you know what? You're gonna have a more peaceful life
Without
you-
numbers?
Mhm.
Honestly, you probably would.
Yeah, like if you don't know how to read or write or know numbers by this point, listeners, I'm telling you, don't start now. It's only gonna hurt.
You know
your
how
head
there's like
more.
the barter system?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
how I think. I think we're on our like 2 yams episode.
Yes.
7 of anything is worth 2 yams.
You emotionally feel out the progress of the show, and you're
We're
like,
on the blue episode.
you're like, this time felt good when we talked about this.
Me like this episode.
Yes.
Okay, y'all. So welcome to the 7th episode of the Shitcast.
The shit podcast.
Theoretically speaking.
Thank you guys for sticking with us as far as we have gone. We are, how many months have we been doing this now? Like 4 or 5?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Actually, it's pretty cool to think about.
Yeah.
We don't really ever come out with episodes, unfortunately. But we're actually working really hard on getting on a nice, consistent schedule soon, so we can get some funny to y'all. The audience can laugh. You can slap your knee. You know, that's what we're here for. We're here for you to giggle and etc.
So we have a really interesting episode for you all today. We're Ian and I have recently gone on a history binge. We've been
More you than me, I think.
right. Well, we've been playing a lot of Civilization, and we like Settlers of Catan. I know it's not real history, but
It's basically the same thing.
yeah, you're
Resource allocation.
You're making history, and
for real. Herstory.
as yes. And so we have an idea for discussion today that is pretty much it's a classic. If you could go back in time and change an event in world history, what would you change? And we've tied it down with a few parameters.
Yeah, we're trying to structure this one because because if we could just show up anywhere, if you could just be like teleport into Hitler's bunker, and kill him. Well, he already did that. He doesn't need any help with that. Kill him before he does a lot of bad things, maybe.
Yeah, and it's just like, well, that's
too
assuming.
easy.
Right,
that's not
so-
fun. I mean, well, it would probably be pretty fun.
So I think you're
Shooting Hitler.
Right, it would be. So I think you're stuck back in time with only.
Yeah, the rule is
You're stuck with your language, and you're stuck within like a 10-mile radius.
no. You're not
Or
stuck.
no,
You're not stuck.
You're not stuck with your language. You do know the language.
There is
My
no
bad.
language barrier
There's no language barrier.
because then you'd literally be able to do nothing. 'Cause
Right.
If you teleported into a foreign country and you probably didn't look like them, because I mean, especially in the past, countries were far more. They kind of really only had people that were born there.
Right.
Not a lot of travel, and you weren't speaking English. They'd be like, "Oh, that we should probably kill that one."
Yeah, that one's talking funny.
You
So,
don't look too good.
but it's not like you could bring your iPhone back in time. You can't do that.
What? Why?
We talked about because you are stripped to the circumstances back of which you're traveling.
No, we said you can bring anything back in time.
Okay, so we're having a debate already about the parameters of this.
I think it's cooler if we can bring back anything on our person that we
Anything?
want. If we can fit it on our person.
if you can fit it on your person. Okay, I'll cop to that. Yeah, why not?
Okay, so you can bring your
I'll
iPhone.
concede. Yes,
But
I'll-
realistically, if you whip the fucking iPhone out,
you can't do shit. There's no cell phone towers.
I can play Angry Birds. I can play Flappy Bird.
You could play Flappy Bird.
Yeah, because I still have it downloaded on my
Imagine
phone.
showing Flappy Bird to like a set of cavemen.
They would literally club your skull and they'd step on your head. They'd literally be like, "Oh, witchcraft, cool. Let's we should drown him or
So
something."
We've prepared 2 different theoreticals per the
For us to speak about.
per our time travel adventures.
Time travel adventures with Matt and Ian.
Yes. Oh, that would be terrible. We would make
If we had an intro right there,
no. If we
had a show
if people had to travel with us somewhere.
like the Magic School Bus.
No, not like that. Just like hang out with us.
Oh, if people had to spend time with us in real life.
Yes.
Dude, that sucks. I would hate to do that
I
with you.
feel,
I would hate to spend time with me too. No, that would suck.
Mm-hmm.
I would hate me.
You hate you?
I would.
Let's talk about that some more.
We already kind of had the clone episode. I mean,
Okay, so
that was man versus man. Now we're man versus self.
okay, so let's go man versus society back in time.
True. Good,
back in
good,
time
great segue.
to,
I like that.
To what was yours? What is yours?
All right, so my
Event in history is
I feel like the first one that comes to people's head when you ask this question is like Hitler
Duh.
or 9/11.
Right.
It's, at least in America, that's probably a lot less relevant to anywhere else in the fucking world, because people die by that number everywhere. But in the U.S., when you think of cool things to do in history, it's like kill Hitler and stop 9/11. That's pretty much the first two. What's after that? What's one more we can think of off the bat?
Polio vaccine.
Nah, man, people don't
Invention of
think-
penicillin.
People don't think about that dumb nerd shit. People want to do something cool. I would go back in time and I would assassinate Archduke Franz Ferdinand. So World War II starts, but just a little differently.
What? You mean World War One?
Is that World War One? Mm-hmm. I don't fucking know, man. Whatever.
But you
yeah, for World War II.
But you would kill him differently, or
No,
wait, is this
I would
your
kill-
actual theoretical?
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No, I would kill him as America.
Oh, so just
I'm representing America. I'm an assassin sent by our government.
you would get all those words out before you did it, and hopefully someone who spoke English would be there.
Okay. All right. So my theoretical is
Yes.
none of those.
Right.
I put on my big boy thinking pants, my thinking hat.
Are they loose or tight?
They are fucking tight, dude. So no blood goes below my belt, but at all. So it's
Nice.
all stuck in my brain
Nice.
and my fucking gut.
That's what I did to prepare for SATs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Just-
put myself in a full body latex suit.
Oh, dude, yes. I put myself in an iron lung actually. Now I can't leave it. That's where I'm talking from right now.
Right. That's why this is our chosen form of artistic expression.
Talking.
Yes.
What else can I do? Have you seen that shit? There's like 4 people alive that are still in iron lungs, and it's like in the U.S. And it's like if they're removed from them, they'll die.
Wow. Really?
Yeah,
Damn.
it's no good. That's
You'd
no
think
good.
they'd make that thing portable by now.
Iron lung.
Yeah.
Just open the app. Open the iron lung app on your phone. Okay, so my event would be the famous volcanic eruption of Pompeii.
What would you do? Would you
My
plug the
goal-
volcano?
My goal is not well. Yeah. Okay.
Get all the townspeople to gather dirt.
Admittedly,
Just dam it with clay and mud.
that's fucking funny, dude. Yeah, admittedly, the actual eruption is a little out of my power, or maybe not. Fuck it.
Maybe.
Yo, we got to put all this dirt over here. This hill is on fire. So no, that's not it.
You're assuming they don't have the concept of a volcano.
They
Just
definitely.
a fiery hill.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like before a volcano erupts, it's not like
Right.
up like.
They're not all like the classic pictures of like the mound with the hole in the center.
That's
like,
after it
Right,
explodes,
that's
if anything.
Oh,
That's
okay.
normally literally it looks like a mountain. That's why they're like kind of flat. There's like a crater because the whole top of the mountain gets fucking
Like the
blown
one
off.
like back in the 80s in Washington where it like blew its top off
Mount,
or whatever.
Mount St. Helens.
Yeah.
Is that Mount St. Helens?
I think so.
Is that Mount St. Helens over
So
there?
so you would go to Pompeii.
Mount St. Helens,
you
Bobby.
you would stop Pompeii.
Bobby, I gotta stop Mount St. Helens.
Yes. Pacific Northwest region, U.S. I really just said that. I could have literally been anywhere else.
right.
I could have been somewhere.
Only the sounds of your mouse clicking, if people can even hear that, like justify that you didn't just pull that out of your ass.
Dude, I did. That clicking was my ass.
You should get a third person just to run the computer.
Yeah, and not pay him.
No.
We reference him a lot, though.
Yeah.
All right, Albert, can you look that up for us?
Give him a fake ass name nobody we know has.
I don't know anyone named Albert.
I
do
don't
you?
either. No, that's my point. Yep, there we go. Okay, so Pompeii.
Pompeii. Lots of people died.
Shit tons.
A whole city's worth of people turned into fucking little paper mache figures, pretty much. That's really cool. Honestly, the ash like casings of people. I mean, everyone died in terrible pain. More often than not, you died from asphyxiation from the ash, or you just got fucking burned up.
Yeah.
But terrible, terrible tragedy, pretty much. Like a really rough time for that city. You know, I don't know if Pompeii's bounced back, how they're doing now.
I don't either. I know Greece is like bankrupt.
Yeah, Greece is kind of fucked up. So
Pompeii's probably still a little fucked too.
Yeah. So they never really recovered from this event. There's no running that one back.
Maybe the grounds are like smooth as hell from like all the like molten lava having like.
It's the flattest area on the earth. That's the salt flats. Have you seen the? Have y'all seen the? What's it called? What is the proper name for the people? Like, there's a name for like when people get encased like that and their bodies are all fucking
mummified. No,
kind of. Yeah. Well, I'll say that even though it's not
like
correct.
Naturally mummified.
Well, if you crack them open, it's empty. It's like a shell of them.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's not like there's a little corpse in there.
Huh.
Yeah, it's like the rock hardened pretty much around them.
Oh shit! So it's like an outline.
It's kind of like a fossil.
Yeah.
I'll say fossilized.
Yeah,
These fossilized mummy people.
Yeah. But if there's nothing inside of them like bone or anything like that,
They got burnt up.
Like they got burnt up that bad that the bone didn't survive.
Probably. I don't know.
Damn, I was digging around bone
fucking
in my archaeology class the other day.
Bird bone.
Bird bone. No, burnt bone.
Oh.
I don't articulate anything. I just
Bird bone.
slur and mumble all my words together just like that. So, okay.
Well-
so you're in Pompeii.
Well, no. What I was going to say was, have you seen the one of the person who was jacking off?
Yes. I have seen that.
If y'all, this is a freaking legend, dude. No, this is a guy. He saw the sky was falling, so he decided to whip it out.
Yeah. He's lying on his back,
And he's like looking up too.
raising the flagpole,
For real, man. Pitching a fucking tent.
pitching a tent, beating the nun.
Beating the nun?
You never heard that?
No.
Flogging the dolphin?
That's another one I haven't heard. I've heard some fucking obscure ones. Beating the monkey is pretty funny.
Yeah, spanking the monkey.
Spanking the monkey. Beating the monkey. That's when you punch it. When you punch your penis with your fist. All right, so Pompeii.
Yes.
Imagine, all these people. I'll briefly go over the day it happens. You're in your house, or your hut, or whatever. I've done very, very little research about this. I just know what fucking happened. Your husband, he comes over. He's like,
Honey, I brought.
in whatever language, Greek, I'll say. He's like,
Honey, I got some goat for tonight.
and you're like, oh, I haven't had meat in weeks.
Yeah.
Probably realistic if you're, not rich.
Yeah, you weren't eating meat every night. You're eating
No,
like
we got-
nuts and fruit and berries and
Shit.
leaves and shit.
Leaves, salads.
Honestly.
So you're like, oh, thank you, honey. I can't wait. And we're celebrating our son's first birthday.
Shit.
And so that's why he bought the goat from the market, your
Aw.
husband. And then you hear the loudest sound that you've ever heard in your entire life. So loud that it almost ruptures your eardrums. And then you look outside and the fucking big mountain you live next to your whole life is half as big and the other half of it's in the air.
Oh my god.
And this big Toblerone triangle that I have in my head falls straight on your head, kills you, crushes you immediately. Okay, so my goal of
My time travel goal, my objective,
Yes.
my quest.
objective is to save as many people as I can.
Okay, how would you do that?
I think the best route to take is prove myself to be a prophet of the gods.
Okay.
And you know what I mean?
Yes. Convince people that you are like Zeus's son or something crazy.
Some lower class god, but still a god. You know what I mean? They've got a fucking dillion of them.
Yeah, they do.
They've got
Just
some,
pick
there's
one.
there's a god of like drawers. That's true. I forget his
Really?
name. I swear to God.
So you're the god of drawers kid.
No, I'm not.
One who's a bit more qualified.
Yeah.
How about
oh.
language?
What language? Or
Yeah,
yeah.
you're
We
the-
were saying we got. I think the two barriers that are really important is, or the criteria is take anything you want, spawn in like a 20-kilometer radius of the event.
Yep.
Just so you can't just hop right into the volcano if you want.
Right.
Language, you speak whatever language, and you assume a random identity of the town.
That's it. That's
the other
it.
one.
Yes. I forgot to mention that in our. God, I should like have a notebook in front of me. Yeah. So you would take on a random identity of whoever's in the town. So you could just spawn when you go back in time with all your shit on you. Like if you take a gun back in time, you have a gun back in time, and you just spawn as like a sheep herder. That's just what you are.
Yeah, like a person that already exists.
You could spawn as a
and you're just-
bartender.
You're playing as them now.
bar wench, whatever the fuck.
I would so much rather be a bar wench.
You'd want to
Actually, no, it's probably disgusting. Awful.
So what if you
terrible life.
spawned? Do you want to go with that though, just for the sake of?
No, I have.
You do.
I've brought up a random job title generator.
Oh.
And I think we could each roll it 3 times and then pick one from the 3.
What if we just let it all go to fate and just said once?
You want to just try it once?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say fuck it. All right, random job generator. Here we
Yep.
go. Healthcare assistant.
Ooh.
So I'm a nurse,
Yeah.
or
you're
the
like
equivalent.
You're like the ancient surgeon's like little tool hander.
His
bitch.
little Igor.
Yeah, his
that
little-
hand
his
that,
little-
that says, "Master,
Yeah.
I have your scalpel." He
Yes,
says, "Don't
I
talk
have
like
your
that."
long saw and hook.
I've got your 2 tools, the hook and the saw.
I have those sticks that are burnt at the ends.
Yes. I have our highest grade medical equipment, a sharpened stick.
That's half on fire.
It's barely not on fire anymore. Okay, so I'm a healthcare assistant.
Great.
This is gonna be so hard. So, I slap my Ben 10 Omnimatrix watch, and then I go through a little blue tunnel, and I'm like, whoa, and then
Yeah.
I fall into a field. No,
No, that's not the noise. What's the noise?
I don't fucking know.
I like that. Like
I pop out of the ground.
I
I
like
fall into it. I do that, so I come up, and I exhale, and I look down, and I'm in like a toga, and no, I'm not. You can bring items with you. I guess you don't bring your clothes with you.
You don't bring your clothes. Your clothes are an item.
Do you want to say that?
Yeah.
Okay, so
So you look
I
foreign
spawn
as
in.
fuck.
You look, yeah, I look foreign, but I'm
Wait. Why wouldn't you pre-plan for such an adventure?
Yeah,
You
true.
wouldn't like tie
Okay.
your bed sheet around you. and
True.
then-
Yeah. I do some research at the library or whatever at the fucking museum. Yeah, reading. Reading sounds like that.
It's the sound my eyeballs are making when they scan across a page.
V.
If you wanted to text encode it, yeah.
Yeah, V.
For those of you reading this podcast right now,
Dude, if you're not reading the podcast,
Yeah.
then you're missing out.
Truly.
Just put this into a text to speech generator.
we could.
No, that's stupid.
Yeah, you're right. So,
So yeah, I'm properly dressed. Then what should I fucking take with me?
to convince, but you remember your objective. You have to convince these people you're a prophet.
I take a bottle of Advil. One of the bigger ones, not one of the gigantic ones, but one of the not the tiny, the medium sized one that's got like 300 pills in it or fucking whatever. I take one of those because I have to go along with this doctor thing. I'm thinking, you know what I mean? So I'll take that. I'll take I'll take a vial of LSD. And
No pressure.
I'm really thinking. I think I'll take one more thing, but I can't think of what else I want.
A lighter? Something where you can make fire happen on the spot.
A lighter. Yeah, that's a pretty fucking good
actually
idea.
like a thing of like
Pretty good
thing
idea.
of like lighter fluid.
Yeah.
Or like oil or something like
no,
that.
I think a lighter would be
something.
good.
Yeah. Okay. A lighter.
Okay, and so the rules, we've got 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks. Okay. Yes.
Okay, so I spawn in and I come out of the ground or whatever, and I'm in my toga, and I've got my vial of LSD, stashed in my toga pocket or whatever somewhere. How did they live without pockets? Did they just
I think they had some fashion. So
or bags? They probably just had bags.
yeah, probably like little totes.
Satches. So I spawn in, right, and I've got all this inappropriate clothing and bags. I've done my research at the fucking whatever.
Yeah.
And I go about my job as usual, right? for the first day. Actually, no, I shouldn't waste literally any time at all.
No,
that's completely
run
incorrect.
to Pompeii.
It's completely incorrect. Yeah, I immediately start making my way to Pompeii. and
However
also-
you find it, there's not like signs like Pompeii next 10 kilometers.
yeah, you're right. I would kind of be in the middle of nowhere. Well, let's say I spend a day.
You're gonna spend like a day and a half, 2 nights out in the wilderness looking for Pompeii.
Okay, so 2 days I find Camp Pompeii.
You're like, fuck.
That's 2/14 of my time gone already. And then I find my, my doctor that I assist, and
Yeah.
he's like, what's my name be?
Your name?
My like Grecian name.
I don't know.
me
Go up
look
to
up-
Grecian name emulator.
Emulator?
Sure, why
You
not?
want a generator?
Or generator. Go to Wu-Tang name generator and just take one of those.
Okay, so my name will be Alessandro, which is mankind's protector.
Oh, nice. They're gonna think you're like super qualified to talk about things.
Wait, I just forgot my name. What did I just say it was?
Alessandro,
Alessandro.
mankind's protector.
And he says to me, Alessandro, where have you been? I've had all these patients dying in 2 days.
But what if he doesn't recognize you?
He does.
Okay.
I look like I'm his assistant.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
you-
saying.
you
I'm
just
playing
are.
as them.
You just are.
Yeah, I don't have to go get a job as an assistant.
Okay.
It's just for some reason his assistant was in the middle of nowhere.
Sure. We're gonna go with that.
Yeah, it's easier than reconstructing everything else around it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I'm like, oh, boss, I'm sorry. I had a prophetic encounter.
Okay. Well, I didn't have a prophetic encounter. I have patience.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Well, I believe I saw one of the gods, and he spoke to me, controlled me, and sent me on a vision quest in the middle of the desert or wherever. Mountains.
And do you have any proof of this?
Only the proof that it lies within my heart.
Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's go to work.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
So we sawing this guy's leg off?
Yeah.
All right, cool. On 3?
Yeah,
1,
one,
2.
two.
I started on
Oh,
2.
okay. Okay. Well, you know what? It's coming off anyways.
Just get it out of there.
Yeah.
So I'm finding these people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I go outside, I go to the town square, and I get on my soapbox, I say, everybody, I've developed, the gods themselves have gifted upon me a beautiful bounty. They have chosen me as your protector, Alessandro.
Yes.
And I'm like, your leg hurts. Guess what? I can help you out. Your fucking back
Advil.
your back hurts.
Your back hole hurts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's better than your front hole hurting.
Better.
Your fucking feet, your teeth, your eyes. Are you in pain? Probably. Guess what? I can help you out. And so I start amassing these crowds of people, right?
Yeah.
And then I give them one of these Advil. I give them some Advil. And I say it's like a berry. I say it's a berry from a tree from Mount Olympus.
And you tell them you can't chew it. You just must only swallow
you must
it.
only swallow it. Well, actually, it will really affect you that much more.
No, it doesn't matter. But
And this would be so at the time, this would be the most potent medicine
yeah,
they've ever experienced.
probably.
More than likely. And you know what's important, though? Is that
What?
I'd be giving it out.
Yes.
Of course, I would have to hire some bodyguards because I would get money, too, from this, from a little bit of money. Just I would have to hire some.
We're assuming this all goes so successfully.
Well, yeah, of course. I'm not going to assume I fuck it up. I mean,
True.
be way less interesting. So I go back there and I actually just get stabbed, and I die. So that's the end of the story there.
Yep. Damn.
So that's what I'm saying. So I get a little bit of donations, right? And this is by the end of the first week. I'm already making huge rounds around town. People are saying, "Oh, Alessandro, he once was a simple nurse, a simple healthcare assistant, and now he has had a prophetic vision, and he now speaks for the gods." And then I say, yes. Basically, I'm like agreeing to that. They're going to spread these rumors, and I'm like, yes, indeed, I have seen the gods. They've brought me another vision. a vision that I wish to share with all of you, and then you must drink from this water, and I put LSD in the fucking water.
Oh, nice.
And then I give it out to them, and I say, you will experience something you've never experienced before, brought to you by the gods.
Brought to you
TM.
by gods.
By gods.
Mm-hmm. GODZ.
And me, mostly me.
But mostly
Second-
Alessandro.
Yeah, Alessandro, I am the vessel.
Yes.
So I'm getting all these idiots, these hut dwellers that I've hoodwinked into thinking I'm a prophet. That sounds fucked up. That sounds really bad.
That sounds like what you're doing, though.
That's totally what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's literally only to save their lives.
Right.
So I do all this shit, and then I give out the LSD, and everyone's tripping.
Yeah.
Everyone's stumbling around. They're lying on their
They're
backs.
staring up at the sky. They're looking at that giant mound, and they're like, "What if that thing blew in half?"
And then they're like, "Oh, that probably won't ever happen."
Probably not. Yeah.
Well, most people had never seen a volcano before.
Most people didn't know what that was. Probably.
Yeah, no. They would probably were like, dude, imagine if you saw a volcano erupt and you'd never seen it before, and you were religious. You'd be like, that was God.
Yeah.
That was him. Nothing else could have done that.
Right.
Because it's insane amounts of power.
He got mad at me.
He got mad at me because I looked at my pee-pee in the bath.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're not supposed to look at it.
dude,
Ever.
Don't you? If you ever
Look at your pee-pee.
you can look at other people's, but if you look
Right.
at yours,
No.
oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Look what happened to Pompeii. I mean,
Yeah, God's going to blow the mountain in half.
it's gonna blow your mountain in half. So everyone's tripping.
Yeah.
They're all freaking out. Not all of them.
Not
but
all of them. Some of them are like, they're chilling.
Probably most of them would be chilling, but a lot of them would be like, "What is this? What have you brought me?" And then
It'd be like most people's trip experiences, kind of.
Yeah.
Like some people freak on it. Some people are like, yeah, this is awesome,
yeah. Well, I would want to get most people when they're kind of in the same like middle part of their trip.
Mm-hmm.
It's most susceptible to brainwashing.
Yes.
Yes. And I go on my soapbox.
Tell them all when you drink the water that they can't leave like a certain radius.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't want to do that.
If you leave like the town square, the gods will get mad at you, and the feelings produced by drinking this water will start to go bad for you, and the gods will be after you.
That's true. If you actually said that to someone, I
Yeah.
feel like it would happen because they would psych themselves into it.
Exactly.
So it would work.
Yeah.
I do this shit, and they're all freaking out. And then I get on my soapbox and I
Mm-hmm.
say, and they're all losing their minds. And I'm like, now listen.
Mm-hmm.
I have a message from the gods for themselves. A great war has begun in Olympus, and the battlefield will be Earth,
Oh shit.
and they will fight.
Damn,
they
that
will,
sucks.
Yeah, right.
Imagine if that was real.
That's basically what happens in the Bible.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
What's it called at the end of days?
Revelations.
Yeah, Revelations. Just fucking hell on Earth, literally.
Yeah,
Like
literally.
angels fighting demons on Earth.
So, anyways, you're sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt there. So you're on top of the you're on your soapbox saying God's gonna fight on Earth.
Gods are gonna fight on Earth, and they're gonna use Earth as a weapon against each other.
Fuck.
And yeah, right.
Right.
And I say in 3 days, because I'm assuming it's taken me about a week and a half
Mm-hmm.
to do this shit. In 3 days, a great calamity will be struck upon this land. I'm hamming it up too. I'm like, I got like, I'm doing like the finger thing, and shit. I'm being a real showman.
Right. What's
know-
the finger thing?
Where like your fingers cut off and you're like, ah. So I'm just doing that.
You're fooling people with a disappearing thumb. Where's the other half of my thumb?
What would you do?
People back then. You're assuming people back then didn't understand what that was.
People
They wouldn't-
developed object permanence in the late 60s. And they did not realize that if you went behind something, that thing's gone. You ever think about that? That's how babies live.
Yeah.
They're like, when mom walks around the corner, she has died. She does not exist anymore.
That's how
Not
your-
even she has died. She does not exist.
That's how dogs think.
No, dude, dogs have an idea.
Dogs have an idea, but they don't know. Dogs don't have object permanence.
They
They've
don't,
done studies
they
on
ha-
this.
They have, yeah, they don't have object permanence.
But it is crazy babies don't think that. So you're baby brainwashing all these people. I mean, they're in a baby-like state. They're on acid.
True, yeah. So these cavemen I'm basically talking to, I'm kidding. These people were so advanced probably.
Probably, yeah.
Inevitably one person stands up, he's like the leader of this group that's been kind of dissenting. He's the church. He's the church. The church of the town.
Yes.
Is like, this man is an imposter.
Yeah.
He has not seen the gods. They're fighting me, and the church guy gets up, and none of them are on LSD.
Right.
And of course, I had to take
They
some.
didn't
I had to
drink-
take.
yeah,
I
you
had
had to
to.
drink
I had to
some.
drink some. And so I'm fucking freaking out too. And this dude stands up and he's like, "How dare you say that you speak for the gods?"
Mm-hmm.
And then I say, "We can settle this, and I can show proof that I am sent by the gods, with a match to the death. And I declare now that whoever wins is the god's chosen champion." Right.
Right.
And then I'm like, okay, I sub out for this dude, and a big fucking hulking motherfucker comes out, and he's got a big old club.
He's on acid.
And he's on acid, and so he fights this dude, and he tears his arms off or whatever.
Oh my God.
He
You'd think
wins.
on acid he wouldn't want to fight.
True, yeah. Well, maybe I gave him.
Why don't you use that nifty lighter and just light this other dude on fire?
Oh, I forgot I had the lighter. You're
Just
totally
light-
right.
just light him
Yeah,
on
I use
fire.
that as during the speech. That's also some shit I'm doing.
Yeah, just pin
I'm
him
like
down.
flicking it and
Yeah,
creating fire.
Get him on get the church leader on the ground, like rub his face in the dirt, and just light his toga on fire. But like, you got to conceal the lighter so people don't know how you're doing
That's
it.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So fuck that. I say never mind to the champion thing now.
Mm-hmm.
I come over to the man himself and I say, I have the touch of the gods upon me, and I can prove it by touching you with their light. And if you are unworthy, then the light will consume you.
Yeah.
And so then I just light him on fire and he dies. And so I don't like the look.
Slow
that just gave me.
turn to everybody else in the town. Be like, "Are you next?"
Are you next? No,
No.
because I'm the good guy.
You're here to save them. Yeah.
I mean, I burned someone to death,
Right.
but just for the good of everybody.
For the good of everybody. So then now what? You got like 3 days left.
3 days left. So then I start evacuating.
Mm-hmm.
I start telling people where to go. It's pretty much just like that shit in SpongeBob where they just push the whole city like to the left.
Let's move it somewhere else.
Yeah, let's move it somewhere else. And so obviously I don't get a lot of people that come with me, but I get a large group of people, And here, let's do a little role play real quick.
Okay.
You can be a little Grecian child
Yes.
that I'm speaking to, right? And this is after the LSD trip. After I've gotten everyone
Right.
trust me. And so I'm talking to you,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, all right, little Dionysia, are you prepared? Your parents, I know that they don't believe me, but I know you do. This sounds bad. This sounds evil.
This sounds a little odd. Anyways, yeah, keep going.
But it's literally I'm doing it to save
I know.
So like, Dionysia,
Yes.
I need you to come with me. It's time to go.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, I believe you. I'm on acid, and you
No, I
lit
said
that
it-
other guy on fire.
I said it's past that point.
Yeah, it's past that point, but like,
She's still on acid.
I still. Okay, well, either way, I still know.
My mind has
everything
been
that
molded by acid.
happened. Pretty much.
Okay. Well, let's give me some conflict to work with here.
Give you some conflict. You lit the dude on fire.
I mean,
Now
with,
what?
I mean, in our little improv. We'll do it again.
Okay.
Give me someone to work with here.
Fuck you. Fuck off.
Dionysia, we have to leave. It's time to go, sweetheart.
Yes, but first I must get all of my goats.
No, Dionysia, there's no time. If you don't get exactly this far away, then you will be stuck between the war of the gods, and they will rain fire upon your crown.
But I love the gods, and I would fight for my favorite ones, however I could.
I speak for the ones that you like. Which one do you like?
I like Hermes.
Oh, we just talked yesterday, and he said you
Yeah?
gotta just get out of here.
Oh shit! Yesterday.
Yeah, just yesterday I called him
Damn.
up. I mean, talked to him.
Yeah.
Uh,
Call. Anyways.
yeah, up into the air, like,
Right.
"Oh!"
Oh, can I try? Oh.
You look like an idiot, Dionysia. Just
Oh
get
no.
out of here. Just
Okay.
get out of here.
He's not gonna listen to me.
No.
Maybe I can hang out with you, and I can perfect my god call.
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
Okay.
All right. I'm your dad now.
Heard.
Cool. So your parents are gonna die, and I'm gonna have to raise you. Are you cool with that?
Yeah, that sounds fun.
All right. Straight. Cool. Well, let's
Do
bounce.
I get to go hang out with Hermes?
We'll talk.
All right.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's go.
running away. Yes.
So I do that 400,000 times, basically.
Wow. Damn, you got to do that to everybody in the town.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shit.
I go to them
So
personally.
you are not sleeping.
Yeah.
So you were just babbling. You were just babbling door to door, knocking on doors. Here's why you should leave. Here's why you should leave.
Yeah, and they didn't have Red Bull or coffee. I don't.
No.
I mean, I don't drink those, but
No.
I'd be working just with. Oh fuck! I'd be working just with my faculties. And so I'm sleep deprived, and I'm going up. I think the best thing to do would be to go up to the head of the household, which is patriarchal society. It's gonna be the guy, because I mean, as much as I disagree with that family concept,
Yeah.
that's if I'm trying to get people out of here, he's gonna be the one that's like, okay, let's go. So
Yeah.
I'm just going up to all the fucking heads of families, all the old ass dudes, and I'm just like, are you on my side? I can save your family from this. Some of them are like, yes. Some are like, no. And I just have to let the ones that just say no. I gotta let them
Damn.
go.
So you realized through this exercise that you probably couldn't save everybody.
Definitely not.
Damn.
No, absolutely not.
Well, you saved some people.
Yeah. So if Mount St. Helens erupts, you know who I didn't save?
Who?
The masturbating man.
Oh.
He still is there.
Well, he probably was going to be there anyways.
He was there all day. I was there for 2 weeks, and I never saw him not in that alleyway masturbating.
He was masturbating for 2 weeks straight.
He was probably chosen by the gods too.
Right.
His own little
in his
champion.
own way. Yes.
Yeah, in his own twisted way. And then at the end of the second week, Alessandro has a seizure, or he falls down in his eyes.
Yeah.
And I'm sent back to the future, my soul or my consciousness or whatever, and I go. And
What do you think the future is like?
probably exactly the same, to be
Yeah,
honest, just with
honestly.
less people that died in Pompeii.
True. Facts.
Yeah. So I come back to the future, and yeah.
You don't have to take that weird quiz in ninth grade.
What do they have on that quiz?
What happened in Pompeii? It's
Just one,
yeah.
just a piece of paper with nothing written on it, but just a number one, and then
Remember
that
when
next to it.
when your English or history professor in high school would give you that? They would just give you a tiny or quarter slip of paper,
Yeah.
2 questions on it. And they were short answer, and you just had to answer in one sentence.
I like that. That's my favorite shit. 'Cause
Honestly, me too. Yeah.
because they also good thing about their perspective, they can grade it real fast, and they'll know immediately if you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, or if you don't know, just leave it blank, turn it right in.
Deadass.
I did that shit sometimes. If I didn't prepare, they would hand me the paper, and I would just hold on to it, and I would just stick it right back in their hand.
Yeah,
I'd be
for
like,
real.
"Here you go. I don't know this shit." So,
How do you rate my Pompeii adventure?
all right, your Pompeii adventure, moderate. Sounds fun.
Do you think good usage of items that I brought, or what do you think?
Yes, I think excellent usage of items that you brought. I think the only thing is that the conflict could have been a little bit greater, and also I think what was the aftermath of Pompeii? What how did it change its environment in various ways, and how did your saving it prevent history from going out in the way that it did, unfolding the way it did?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of. I just wanted to save people's lives.
Yeah,
So
that's good. That's really noble.
I just zip on out, and whatever happens after that is kind of their fault.
Yeah,
Who
that's
knows? Those
true.
people probably die anyways. If they're in the middle of nowhere with no supplies,
Yeah.
they can't really go back to their town. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's literally all on fire for fucking months or whatever.
So you got these you got thousands of people becoming nomads all of a sudden.
Well, the other 2,000 people or whatever are goddamn mummies. So yeah.
So you got all these people just wandering the wasteland.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn.
So then a bunch of wolves come up and they chomp their fingers off or whatever.
Yeah. Damn.
Those finger chomper wolves. Dude.
So these people would have invented a whole new society for themselves. They would have been like plains people.
Oh, and I would have been a god.
Oh, yeah.
They would have built a statue of me.
More important, yeah, they would have built a statue of you.
Alessandro.
So my theoretical is
Oh yeah, we're switching gears now.
yes,
Okay.
is a bit darker.
Just a little bit.
A little bit. So mine is preventing Pax Romana.
And for you nerds out there,
That means Roman peace.
well, explain that for us soft brains, or us chicken cutlet brains, like me.
So what happened was we had Julius Caesar, and then he gets assassinated. We all know that story.
They all got stabbed and shit.
Yeah. And so then
They all stabbed him.
Mark Antony chases after Brutus and Cassius, and those guys kill themselves.
Did they?
Oh, Brutus did. Cassius, I think, died in battle.
He did. He did die in battle.
So then Octavian, Caesar Augustus, as he would later be known, Octavian, he took over his uncle Julius Caesar's old spot and made a triumvirate, the second triumvirate. Triumvirate. Yes, thank you. With Mark Antony and one other dude, I think, whose last name was Nero. There's a lot of Neros back then.
Yeah, same as Caesar.
Right. So
this dude, he's got us 3 people.
He's got his 3 people. Now, what happened was Nero was sent out to rule one part of the Roman Empire, and Mark Antony was sent out to rule over Turkey, and I think he expanded into Egypt, which is where he fell in love with Cleopatra, and that was considered a no-no. And so Octavian was like, "You got to marry my sister." And then, if you want to talk Octavian was both Caesar's nephew, Julius Caesar's nephew, and the product of Caesar's brother and sister.
Oh, he's an incest child.
Yeah, he was an incest child.
Interesting.
And
I mean,
so,
not really. I don't.
Not really.
think-
For back then, that was pretty common for people of high status.
Yeah. Oh, you
So-
got to keep that royal blood.
And so then Octavian.
I don't have any excuse for my incest.
No, yeah, it's just all purposeful. We say that as the 2 only children ever.
I mean, yeah, the only 2.
Yeah, we were bestowed this podcast by the government, and they said, let's see how their brains work. They don't have siblings, so
Yeah, there's a 2-way mirror in the room right here,
Yeah.
and there a bunch of guys in lab coats are watching us talk.
and then next to
And
them,
they're-
is,
they're-
2 dudes in suits,
they're both-
with cigars.
They're shaking their heads, and
Yeah,
the
they're like,
guards looking at them, and they just draw a big red X on a piece of paper.
There's a monkey
gas
standing
fills the
on a
room.
stool.
There's a monkey with
in a lab coat.
Yeah, and he's scratching his chin.
Anyways, so then what happens with Octavian to set the scene of what this podcast station looks like to the
just imagine us in
listeners.
this room.
Yes.
Feel fully white, no furnishings except for 2 chairs of the recording shit.
Yep. So then what happens is Octavian is like, hey, Mark Antony, go fuck yourself. You gotta marry my sister.
Just
Octavian's-
GTFO exclamation point.
Right. So then
For you
Octavian's
for
like,
you kids, for you millennials.
fine, I'll marry your sister. And then Octavian marries his sister. And then Octavian's like, fuck that. I still love Cleopatra.
Okay, sum this up.
Yeah, I am.
I mean, like, really quickly.
I am.
Like say it quickly.
Okay.
Say it as fast as you can.
Say it as fast as I can.
Yeah.
Like you didn't take forever talking about Pompeii?
No, I'm saying it'd be funny to hear you say all of this really quickly.
Okay. So what happens is that Octavian is just like, fuck you, and then Mark Antony is like, okay, I'm going to marry Cleopatra, and then he marries Cleopatra, and then Octavian goes after Mark Antony, and then Mark Antony and Cleopatra kill themselves. After Mark Antony's naval force is defeated by Octavian. So what I would do is I would teleport back in time. And I think since I already speak the language, I
Yeah.
would also leave on my modern clothes. I would get
Whoa.
super modern.
Wait, so what's you never said
clothes.
what your goal was?
Oh, I'm saying it. I'm going to prevent Mark Antony's naval fleet from being destroyed. I'm going to give them directions to turn around and escape. And that way, Rome stays at war and keeps warfaring, and they
Who
don't.
are they fighting?
They're in
Egypt?
civil war right now.
Oh.
But they were also conquering other places and stuff. And so, okay, so Pax Romana, Roman peace. It is considered peace. It was considered peace in Rome, not because they were actually at peace, but just because their biggest enemies were defeated. If they still got to battle, like little herdsman tribes or whatever the fuck.
Herdsman?
Yeah, whatever. If they got to battle a bunch of sheep, there's a sheep uprising.
Listen, the last time a big animal attacked, that's a
Yeah.
stupid fucking Trojan horse reference. All right, go on.
Okay, so then I thought about doing that one too, like preventing the Trojan horse from working, like crawling out of the Trojan horse and being like, "There's people in there. There's people in there."
It's a pinata.
It's a pinata.
Gotta hit it with sticks.
So yeah, so then Pax Romana happens when Mark Antony died, and Octavian's like, I am going to be the first singular ruler of Rome. And so what I would do is I would just prevent all that shit from happening, because guess what they did? during Roman peace. They invented concrete. They built the Colosseum.
Boom.
They built the Pantheon.
Yeah.
They built aqueducts.
Yeah.
That's right. They built plumbing. They built bathrooms. They refined their arts. They refined language.
They refined their farts.
Yes, the Iliad was written. They had insane. They went over
Insane cultural and economic boom.
Yes, insane cultural and economic boom, insane technological boom, architectural boom. They journeyed out west and started enslaving small
Basically,
properties
like
and
the
stuff.
best possible time in their history.
Yes, exactly.
And you want to stop that.
Yes.
Okay. all right.
Because then they went out to the western areas of modern day, like Britain and France, and they taxed and enslaved all the people there and stuff. But they didn't really even monitor them, slaving them. They just wanted all the tributes paid to them. They killed Christ. They did all kinds of shit, right?
Yeah.
That was actually proven to be pretty good in this grand scheme of world history. But I think it'd be more interesting what if they never entered that period at all? They never discovered concrete, and they didn't discover building these mass architectural things. They didn't build aqueducts. They didn't advance their language.
So you just want to fuck
arts.
everything
I
up.
just want to fuck everything.
Okay,
up.
so God knows. All right, so just for the sake of time, we won't even go over what the world would be like afterwards. We'll just assume it's all fucked up. Everything would be inconceivably different.
let me go through my 2 weeks, okay?
Yeah. So I'm saying we should. Yeah.
Yeah. So going back to my 2 weeks.
You
So
spawn in.
I spawn in. Boop. I'm in the flashiest modern clothes that we
You're
have.
wearing that Saint Laurent.
Yeah, I'm wearing. I look
Yaga.
like Daft Punk.
Oh,
Yeah, I show up with like an astronaut's helmet on.
it's not really very flashy. It's just crazy looking.
Yeah, I just look insane, and I should probably show up somewhere along the coast of where this naval battle is happening.
Yes.
And so I'm probably running for like a day and a half, probably like you, running for like a day and a half or two, just trying
You might
to
get lucky
find
and
the
get a
battle.
patrol or something. I'll pick you
Right,
up.
right. Okay, so let's say I do, and they're
Oh
freaking
wait,
the
no,
fuck
we got to
out.
pick your job, dude.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
pick your job real
Okay,
quick.
and also my items. So the items I would carry with me. I'm gonna really have to think about this really.
Well,
quick.
here I'll give you your job because
Okay,
you might
give
want
me
to
the job.
structure your items around your job.
I might.
Random job. You get one click. All right, here we go.
All right.
Circus worker. Good luck, dude.
So I am the entertainer. This is great. I'm gonna bring like all my modern ass technology.
Actually,
with
this
me.
would be great for the way you're dressed too.
Yeah.
To be an entertainer. Mm-hmm. It's a good.
I
okay.
look wild. I
And
look.
I am wild.
Yeah, I look just utterly inconceivable to these people. Like I just look like they can't even fathom how the clothes I'm wearing were made or of what materials.
Because they were made with fucking robots.
Exactly. So I'm gonna carry on my person like iPhone, speakers. Like I'm gonna carry all the advanced technology I can.
Carry a battery pack too, dude.
Yeah.
Because you're only not gonna be able to use it that much.
Right. I
And
will.
these last you 2 weeks.
And I'm gonna learn a bunch of magic before this trick. So here's how it's gonna go down. I'm gonna be performing magic tricks. Now my magic tricks are also gonna be pretty advanced. I'm gonna be using like what is modern currency, doing magic tricks with that. Maybe like I don't know. Just I would have a bunch.
I mean, you
of,
can do it with ancient currency, right?
Right, you can do it with ancient currency, but I don't know what the hell that
probably,
is.
Probably be coins.
Right, really weird.
Just learn coin
coins.
tricks.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
learn
yeah.
some cool.
I learned some cool coin tricks.
Some cool corn tricks.
Some cool corn tricks. I would tell some jokes, and then I'd move on to like making roses appear, pulling rabbits out of hats, and stuff like that.
Pulling a rabbit out of your ass.
Yeah. I would do all kinds of shit like that.
Things
And then
exactly like that.
I would set up the phone and the speakers and all that kind of crazy shit.
Yeah.
I would have pre-recorded voices, like the just insane. I don't entirely know how I go about this, but I would. No. I'm gonna structure
I
right
love
now.
this image in my head of just you like pulling rabbits out of hats and just doing all this shit on the side of like the road or something until you can do it. I guess you're gonna try to do it in the city, right?
Right. I'm gonna try to do it, or no, the patrol. I'm picked up by the patrol.
Oh, okay.
So I'm entertaining
you're
the
just
patrol
doing
right
all this
now.
crazy shit.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're like, what is this?
And then I start playing like videos and speakers and stuff like that, and they start losing their mind. And
one of them points. Okay, so can I improv
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
One of them he points a spear at you and he says, is that witchcraft? What is that?
I say
No.
It is a message upon this tablet from the gods of what will happen
if Mark Antony does not escape.
Marcus Anthony.
yes, and I showed them a bunch of like crash course history videos and YouTube videos
English?
that I've downloaded. No, because the language barrier, right? The language translates.
You speak the language. You not all language.
Oh,
It's
so
still you still be playing a video in English.
Oh, damn. But I'd get it translated to like Latin or whatever. No, you can't because Latin's a dead language. I would spend a lot of time doing research before this. I would record it in my own
make
voice.
your own video.
And I would dub over John Green or whatever. I
You
would
fucking idiot.
dub. Fuck you, shut up. And so this is all fantasy in the first place, asshole.
Yeah,
so then
you're totally right. I'm sorry.
What would happen is I would convince them. We're gonna go with that. I convince these guys.
Listen, man, if I got away with people thinking I'm a god, you can get away with people thinking that,
I'm from
YouTube
the
is.
future.
Yeah.
And so they're just, their minds are blown. They're shitting their pants.
One of them points at it and says, "What are all these videos of Elsa and Spider-Man?
And
Why are they pooping on each other?"
They're future gods.
They kind of are like gods in their own way.
They are.
They're just icons. They are iconic figures. That's
Wow.
why they're always fucking on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why they're teaching you
What's
how
up with
to,
that,
like,
man? What is up with that?
The Elsa Gate shit?
Elsagate is crazy. If y'all have time, fucking look up Elsagate. It's weird.
Don't actually look it up. Don't give it any more
No,
credence.
I'm
than-
the videos
But
that
look it
the videos
up.
that talk about it. That's
Yeah.
what I just said. Look it up. You
Oh.
said don't look it up, but
Well,
look it up.
No, but don't look up like the actual
Don't literally
videos of
do
the
not
shit.
do not Google Elsa and Spider-Man hentai on YouTube. Don't go.
If you Google it, don't
guys,
look
if you,
at
if
it.
you do that, I swear, guys, I'm gonna be real
Ian's
peeved.
gonna be real.
I'm gonna
peeved.
pop off like Mount Pompeii or whatever it's fucking called. I didn't even look up
Mount
the
St.
mountain.
Hel-
Mount St. Helens, sure, whatever.
You didn't even look at the mountain. It's just Pompeii Mountain.
Pompeii MT, whatever. Like fucking who cares?
You were Pompeii MD.
Yo, excellent. I like that. That
So
was good.
then,
so
I convinced them.
they convinced them.
Yeah, and they take me to Mark Antony's fleet, and then I convince Mark Antony in the same fashion because they're all about the
So
same.
you're just juggling your way to the fucking front lines.
Exactly.
Pretty much?
So it's been about 5 days of me juggling my way to the front lines. Okay?
You're exhausted.
I am exhausted.
You need to face the little issues here.
They
and then
get
a little,
so what they say is they're like, okay, well now you're stuck on this ship with us, and we're gonna fight because we fight and we die like men. We don't run
yeah,
away.
they're Spartans, right? Or is this Grecian? Still?
This is how all people fought. People didn't flee. Like people fought and they died.
Well, yeah, but like Spartans were just, Athenians were noticeably less military.
Yeah, but these are
minded.
Romans.
That was my question.
Yeah, they're Romans. So the
Okay.
triumvirate of Mark Antony, Octavian, and Nero. Mark Antony has split.
Yeah.
And now he's been talking mad shit. He's been saying like, Augustus ain't even Caesar's nephew. He faked documents. Where's the birth certificate? All that kind of shit.
Where's the birth certificate?
Where's
dude?
the birth certificate?
It's just locker room talk, dude.
Honestly, oh my god,
Disgusting.
And so
Okay,
then-
so-
so then what happens is we're sailing away, and
Can I do some sailing sounds?
yes, in the middle of the night,
That was a
I
seagull.
fucking kidnap Mark Antony.
No way, are you kidding me?
No, I kidnapped
What
him.
the fuck?
I kidnap him and
How
we
do you do that?
escape on a life. I fucking like just
You just run into a room and pick him up like a
so
like a
underneath my
kid?
clothes, underneath my flashy Daft Punk clothes and everything.
Yeah.
I've been concealing a big sack,
a sack.
just a big.
You
Brown.
don't have to conceal it, man. They had sacks back then.
Okay, then I take a sack from the ship. I take a sack from the
A
ship.
sack is not a modern invention.
I tie Mark Antony up.
2020, the year of the sack.
It is, and so
They had sacks in the past.
So okay, they had sacks in the pack. Anyway, I throw his ass overboard with me, and we escape on a raft.
What the fuck? How? So he's got armed guards and shit.
We make our way past that.
I kind of want to hear how you did that. So
How I do that is
so you go up to these guys and they're sitting.
I distract them with my current technology. They're distracted while the guards are distracted. I
What do
go
you
and I
like? What do you
kidnap
pull up?
Mark
What do you
Antony.
pull up to scare these dudes?
I pull up porn.
For real?
Yeah, on my phone.
And you say this is the goddess Aphrodite. And
I
she's-
pull up Game of Thrones porn because they'll think it like is relatable
pretty
to
close.
them. Yeah. So- and I say, I'm like, oh no, I'll just pull up a battle episode from Game of Thrones, and I'll be like, this is strategy, and we'll talk strategy.
Nah, dude, they're gonna want to see the porn.
Yeah,
Dude,
they're gonna want to see
go
the
with
porn
the
more.
porn. That's
Yeah,
so much safer, guess.
Yeah, they would get distracted by that. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So they're watching Game of Thrones porn. I sneak out Mark Antony.
Their jaws are on the floor. Their eyes are
Yeah.
bulging out,
They're
spinning
they're,
like
they're on their backs masturbating while a giant volcano erupts over them.
they're both on their back.
Yes. That's how all people masturbated back then. They had to lie down. So then
Makes sense.
Mark Antony and I escape, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And he's trying
How
to
do you masturbate? Okay, go on.
in the fetal.
Okay.
I curl up in a little ball.
Yeah.
And
Start
so-
crying a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
Well, I start crying. I don't end crying. So
You end screaming.
yes.
Okay. All right.
And so
That'd be so scary if you just
Mark
walk-
Anthony, our kid, he's fighting me. He's cursing me.
This dude's huge, man.
Mark Anthony. What do you mean he's huge? You don't know how big he is.
He's a military leader. Probably trained his
He's
whole
a
life.
military leader.
He's
from
probably
thousands
built
of years ago.
He's still built as fuck, dude.
What are you talking?
Even like normal human, even like farm workers were ripped because they did work all day. We fucking
ripped.
play
They were
with computers.
just swollen. They were just swollen from working the same muscles over and over. We don't know what like kind of fitness they had.
What are you talking about?
People died like at like 30s and 40s and shit. People
yeah,
didn't
but they
live to
still
be old.
develop muscle.
Okay, either way.
You look at old statues. Have you ever seen an old statue that's out of shape? They're always in good shape.
That's because they make them to be looking more impressive than they were. Yes. They're not like modeled exactly. They made statues of people after they were dead.
They take a picture
They don't take a picture with what? With what? Ian?
with their iPhone.
You're just being full of shit right now. So then Mark Anthony's cursing me. He's muffled from within this burlap sack.
Here, yeah, I'll do some Mark Anthony ASMR. Keep going.
Yeah. So then I'm telling Mark, I'm like, listen, Mark, man, like I got my phone back from your guards because I just got the phone back from the guards. I did. So
They passed out because they
Yeah.
masturbated too hard. Cool. Yeah, whatever. Sure.
and then so then Mark and I are sailing away, and I show him the videos that I've dubbed over in my shitty Latin, and
He's like, this is what will happen.
I'm like, this is what will happen.
If you do this, you will die.
Augustus will rule over, but I've purposely cut out all the advancements in technology and shit like that.
Augustus will rule. You will fall, and then you'll invent. And cuts to the end of video.
And
Cuts.
he's
cut
like,
to
what
credits.
invent? I'm like, you will invent children with Cleopatra, and he's like, oh, I like that.
I like that.
Yeah, so-
Cleopatra was beautiful.
Exactly. So I'm like, okay, so take me
QT.
to. So I'm like, take me to
I would love a
Cleopatra.
Pharaoh, QT Pharaoh GF.
Right. Well, maybe not because they're all ancestrally made. You seen King Tut? He was deformed as shit.
Well, that's because he had a genetic disorder too.
But he was also a product of incest, and if you're a product of incest, your chances of being deformed as shit are like way higher.
Well, then what's your excuse?
So I'm striking a deal with Mark Anthony right now, and we are. I'm like, okay, so you know where Cleopatra's at? Do you know the path? And he's like, yeah. So we sail around back to the seaport, and we're dodging past all the patrolmen and the navy that's there, and we find Cleopatra.
Yeah.
We just do. Or maybe we don't because maybe it's too far away and I haven't done all the geography research that I needed to.
Okay,
So Mark Anthony and I escape.
The Great Escape with you and this fucking dude in a
Yes,
sack.
we escape, but we start making our way back to Rome. And I'm like, here's what you got to do. You got to kill Octavian. And so, you know,
Why is he listening to you? You haven't proven really anything.
I've proven him from the future, dog. I show him Game of Thrones porn and he's like, damn.
So you're riding off of that.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're telling me you're gonna literally change the course of history through the sheer power of Game of Thrones' porn? It's not porn, but it's basically.
No, I'm
porn.
talking fan porn
Oh, like
of
a
Game of Thrones.
oh.
I'm not talking scenes from the show.
You might as well just use the scenes from the show. They're better looking, and there's still the same amount of sex.
Nah.
Okay.
I'm going-
So you're gonna use like a 240p video of a guy in like a toga, like
They'll think it's 1080.
having.
By their eyeballs, they won't know the
Oh,
difference.
this resolution is crazy.
They don't know what pixels are.
I can't believe it. I can't. What? Is this 5G? That's my Mark Anthony voice.
Mark Anthony not in a sack voice. So
Mark Anthony out of sack voice. And he's saying, "Do you have Sprint? Sprint Wireless is a family plan."
so either way, Mark Anthony, we're sneaking back through our way. We're riding on horses.
You don't have to
and
sneak.
shit.
He's fucking famous
Oh yeah, good point. But Octavian's army is still after him, and
because he deserted.
yeah. So
If he
if
was kidnapped.
if we can,
So I guess
do-
you'd have to.
Yeah, if we can do this in less than 2 weeks, we can sneak our way to the castle, distracting people with Game of Thrones porn along the way.
You just have 50 iPhones with you. There's someone around a corner, and you just.
I'm changing it. It's a tablet, iPhone tablet, like max gig storage,
See, I was
maxed out.
See, I was thinking like you have 50 iPhones and you throw them like rocks, like distractions, like a fucking
Oh.
stealth level in a video game. You know, you like throw a rock. And the
I
guy
was
goes,
thinking
"Huh?"
of using Mark Anthony as a distraction. Like he we're on the bank of like a road, and I throw him out into the roadside, and then like
being real rough with
a
Mark.
Roman
Why are you treating him so bad?
a Roman sentry like rolls up on him, and they're like, "Oh, there's Mark Antony," and then I pop out, and they're like, and he has like a little slave boy with him, and I'm like, yes, and I have this tablet, and I show
Yes.
them the tablet, and they all get distracted with the Game of Thrones porn, and so then once they're all done beating their meat, then Mark Antony and I.
Just this image of you just running around the country.
And Mark Antony's a brutal warrior, right? So during this time, he can just like run up and kill the fuck out of them.
So they're about to, like, freaking coom, and he cleaves their brain out.
Yes, exactly. And we
Damn.
roll to the castle, we disguise ourselves, we do all that shit, and then we assassinate Octavian, we take over Rome, and then I'm like, okay, Mark Antony, here's the thing. You thought that was a threat? I show him a bunch of other world history that I still have saved on the iPad. And I show him a bunch of other threats from other countries, and Rome doesn't stop warfaring. Aqueducts, never built. Colosseum, never built. Advancement in language, actually, what's the opposite word of advancement? What's an antonym of advancement?
Degradation.
Degradation of language, yeah? I take us back into the Dark Ages.
I think that might be a bit of an overstatement.
Nah, dude, I teach people to unlearn how to ride a horse.
Yeah, you ride a horse by not doing it.
Right.
If you think about it.
If you think,
You're like, huh. And everyone stops just like that.
Oh wait, 2 weeks. Damn, my 2 weeks is totally up by the time we assassinate.
110%.
By the time we get back to
It
Octavian,
would have taken you, dude, being on the ship with Mark Antony, you'd be on the ship with him for like 4 weeks.
Nah, because they were pretty close to the coast
Okay.
when they got killed. I'm pretty sure. Either way, we would have gotten back there. That's like a week.
And you're like, haha, I did it. And you come back to the future, and
then like everyone's
Western
peasants.
society doesn't exist.
This podcast is not a thing.
Podcast doesn't, dude, thank God.
Electricity not happening.
And electricity is not happening. Plumbing, nice try, dude. You're pooping in your hand. Just like the Romans did. That's the last thing you do. You say a proper way to go to the bathroom. It's to poop directly into your hand. And then 3-point shoot it.
So if I had the power to travel back in time and change shit, maybe that wouldn't exactly... Or maybe I'd just travel back in time and find Octavian and just kill him. Not even go through the whole Mark Antony business.
It's more funny if you have to kidnap him. It's more exciting.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
I'd just distract Octavian.
Even though you literally solve every fucking problem with Game of Thrones porn.
Yeah.
Every obstacle you encountered, you just pulled out your tablet. Look at this. Wow. Like everything. Everything is settled.
So
What's stopping one person from going up to you and just cutting your head off?
Game of Thrones porn.
Okay, fair enough.
It's distracting.
It's pretty distracting.
I'm pulling up a magical tablet of other people fucking on it. To their like 30 BC eyes.
But that's what I'm saying. They're going to be like, I want that. If I have it, I can have it all
That's
the time.
why I got Mark Antony with me to keep guard.
So Mark Anthony's just
But that's
cutting
if I
fools' heads off and shit.
But you know what? I'm gonna modify all of this really quickly. Instead, I'm just going after Octavian himself. I'm assassinating Octavian.
Well-
How am I doing it? I'm gonna get up to the castle, distracting everybody with Game of Thrones porn. It's not gonna take me that long. I kill Octavian. I'm the ruler now, and I say no progress gets made about anything. Maybe they killed me within a week,
Someone's going to kill you definitely in a week.
or maybe I teleport back to the future within a week.
Then they're just going to kill whoever body you teleported out of.
Either way, shit's fucked. Maybe they don't advance, and maybe
I think the Mark Anthony route's the better route. It's
Maybe
more fun,
it's a funnier route.
more EXP
But
gauge.
I'm just curious. What if we hadn't made all this progress as humans? What if we just hadn't? Where would we be right now if we hadn't made all this progress back then? Because they stopped warfaring. They had 200 years of Roman peace, and in that peacetime, they made all these wonderful advances that have helped us today.
God, I fucking hope that
I
we're
hope-
just not here listening to this crap.
I mean, so like, but I mean, like, that's fun to think about. What if we had world peace right now? What kind of advancements would we make? Because Roman peace back then was pretty much world peace.
Yeah. I mean, they're the most advanced civilization. Either them or the
They
Middle East.
owned everybody too.
Ugh. I don't know. They'd probably invent like Tetris or something. Something kind of cool, like a Game Boy. Or maybe, I don't know, like...
They didn't invent real Tetris with like actual stones back then. They were just dropping it to like a giant
pit.
pit.
And then when you fill it up, you just put some concrete on it and it's all flat.
Because they discovered concrete. That's what they discovered during
That's what I'm
Pax
saying.
Romana.
That's what I'm saying. So you just don't want that.
Actually, maybe they would. Yeah, no, I don't want them to discover concrete to dam up Pompeii with. I don't want them to discover concrete to dam up that volcano with.
Damn. So you're countering my story.
Yes, I am.
Does this happen before Pompeii?
I don't even know.
Well, we're fucking idiots, dude.
We are.
This is the worst history lesson. Well, mine is. You actually obviously know what you're talking about. I'm literally
A
just
little
like
bit.
kind of talking out of my.
I'm definitely talking out of my
Ass.
ass. I did some Googling for like an hour.
That's literally more research than a lot of people. Most people probably.
Do for fun, yeah.
And now instead of Googling for an hour, you can listen to us talk for an hour.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Isn't that better?
Is that awesome?